Welcome to the Mike and You podcast. This is your boy, the Mike 816 on Twitter. Hit me up. I'm with my main man.
You know what? I'm gonna allow Xander to be your main man this time because you always say, nope, not you.
My main man, Little Xander.
No, I'm your main man, and I am you, NKC, on Twitter. What it do? What it do? It's finally football. Look, man. As much as we were looking forward to football season, I don't know how much you were looking. How much you were looking forward to football season, but last night's game was
a dud.
Super boring. You know, your expectations are you're so looking forward to it, and they're super high.
Well, we will get to that in a minute.
We will. But geez, it was rough.
As a new month approaches.
Yep.
Here we go with our monthly.
Wake me up when September ends.
All right. There was a bunch of national month for September, like National Papaya Month, but there was 3 that caught my eye.
You like papaya?
Oh yeah, Mr. Pure papaya juice. That's like the best thing since Kool-Aid. See, my mother said Kool-Aid was a waste of sugar, so we never had it. I only drank Kool-Aid when I went over you people type of house.
That is. I guess that's what French Canadians do, huh?
Yeah, but my mom's just an American. But anyway, 3 caught my eyes.
Waste of sugar, huh?
National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. National Sickle Cell Awareness Month. But the one we gonna focus on is National Suicide Awareness Month. Okay, they say September is National Suicide Awareness Month, also known as Suicide Prevention Month. The month brings awareness to the topic not often talked about. Everyone is affected by suicide, not just the victim. Suicide impacts families and friends long after the loss of a loved one. On average, one person commits suicide every 16.2 minutes. 2/3 of the people who commit suicide suffer from depression. Here's a number: 1-800-273-8255. Again, that number is 1-800-273-8255.
Chances are that you have been impacted by suicide by someone,
personally,
possibly close in your life, and then if not maybe close, someone not too far removed from you,
or celebrities,
but just know it's a real thing. Depression's a real thing. Don't take it lightly. I don't think you will, but also
we are doing our due diligently to bring awareness across the board on every month about something that's
a little heavy.
Yeah. So on today's show,
we got your voicemails, which we look forward to, and we'll be probably, I don't know how this is our first time doing the drawing thing, so we'll probably do that in a separate recording because we got to put it on Twitter and all that. But we got the voicemails, then we got our reaction to the voicemails, then of course we got week 1, game 1, Thursday night,
the Dead Fest,
Packers, Bears,
the oldest rivalry.
Yeah.
The 199th meeting.
The centennial meeting. We got that recap. And we also got our week 1 picks. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna integrate the news into those picks. So keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Before we go, 816-654-6883.
Was that the before we go news? You could have just said like you always do. We're back, and let's get into these voicemails. We actually had a good amount of them.
Now can I do my famous 816-654-6883?
Is it that famous? Is it famous?
Me saying it is famous.
5767, whatever you said last week.
I thought I was a
201. I don't know.
It's 102.
102, 103, 107. I don't know.
And you guys get 106? Country need love too, man.
Oh
The Mike and you, this is the R here. Giving you my takes on the season. Preseason's now over. I'm expecting New England to lose Sunday night. I'm also expecting Dallas to lose to the Giants. I'm expecting Kansas City to beat Jacksonville. And also I expect Arizona to beat Detroit. That's going to be a pretty good game. And as far as the contract extension with Joe Hayden, it was well deserved because he's been our best DB since he came to Pittsburgh. But now that we have Nelson alongside with him, there should be a nice affordable tandem in that backfield. And we want to see what Brady does with it Sunday night, which is going to be a lot of nothing. I'm out, guys. This is the On. Still a nation, we rise. Let's get it. The Mike and you, this is the R here. All right, in tonight's game, I'm going with the Green Bay Packers in an upset, even though I know the Bears are at home. The Bears went through about 40 kickers, so nobody is safe with Chicago's kicking game. And also, I have one little word in regards to the diva himself, Antonio Brown, that's about to be suspended and lose his guaranteed $29 million for his 2019 and 2020 contracts with all your asses and saying that was Big Ben's fault. Antonio Brown's a diva in heels, and one of his heels just broke. That's his damn fault. His ass is going to be out of Oakland. We'll see his ass in Tennessee next. He is going to be a traveling man after leaving Pittsburgh. This is the R. I'm out. Go Steelers.
It's Let's Love Duck. Let's see. Tonight, I got Green Bay. Sunday, I'm going to go with Tennessee, Baltimore, Minnesota, the Jets, Philadelphia, the Rams, Jacksonville, Chargers, Seattle, Giants, Arizona, San Francisco, and Pittsburgh. Then Monday, I'm going to go with New Orleans. And, of course, I'm going to go with Denver overall. That's the only game that really matters anyway. But we're going to see how this week goes. Week 1, let's get it rolling.
You already know it's PC Java. I ain't gonna go through the whole list of my company of games because it take too much time. But the one thing I'm really thinking that's hilarious today is that boy Antonio Brown. And I think the Raiders are gonna suspend and cut him, or they ain't gonna pay him that $30 million. What a clown! Took a $50,000 fine and turned it into a $30 million loss. Man, I feel bad for him. The football's back. Let's see who wins this first game. And we got them Chiefs on Sunday down in Jacksonville. Nobody cares about that Sunday night game. That Steelers New England game. Alright, you have a good one, brother. The Mike, the Bark. Peace out.
Good morning, the Mike and You podcast. Bob Cotter, the Packer fan, calling in. Minute 30 seconds. Here we go. The Bears-Packer game last night. Packers win on the road in Chicago against the number 1 defense in the NFL. Enough said. Maybe we need to be looking at how good that Packers defense was. A couple other quick comments. Seriously, these teams have had 4 weeks of exhibition practice and they played like this yesterday, the offenses. OMG, I should be head coach. Mitch Trubisky, I think he took a step backwards. Aaron Rodgers looked terrible, but I believe the offense will get better by the time they come see the Chiefs Week 8. That's all I got. Have a great show. See ya.
Hey, so what's going on? This is my week picks. Tonight, I'm picking Green Bay Packers over the Bears. Why? I don't know. I really don't care. Okay, Sunday games. I'm going with Cleveland, Baltimore, Atlanta, Jets, Philly, Rams, Kansas City, Chargers, Seattle. Man, the Giants and the Dallas game, I might have to go ahead and pick, let me go with the Giants. Detroit, Arizona. Oh, man. Give me Arizona, the Buccaneers, New England. And for Monday night game, I'm taking New Orleans over Houston, Denver over Oakland. I'll holler at y'all later. Yep.
We're back. 816-654-6883. I would like to thank the Aura, Sluts Love Duck, Bob C. the Packer fan, and Brother-in-law Tim made us return to the podcast line.
Love to hear it.
I'm waiting for the Chiefs to lose that first game, and he called. But we do have.
When that gonna happen? What do we get to week to week? You probably got them losing this week, but it's cool.
We have a voicemail from the same line.
Text message.
What did I say? Text mail?
A voicemail. All right, let's go ahead and read it. Ty from the Ty Stick 77 podcast on YouTube. I know. I still got to come up with a name. Just a comment to the kingdom. Being a KC diehard, I see Mahomes as a generational talent. Film doesn't lie, but to add to that, what I like everyone to start paying attention to is just how much he coaches his wide receivers. After McCole Hardman's touchdown, you see him and Pat on the bench, and Mahomes is telling him where to speed his route up at. There's tape of him working with the receivers before his pro day. That's a small sample, but it tells you a lot about the kid. I truly feel he's going to be talked about the rest of my life and my kids' lives. If you aren't paying attention to his leadership, start checking it out. It's awesome. Nice podcast, fellas. Thanks.
What up, Ty?
Shout out to Ty.
He be trolling me a lot with the Chiefs.
I mean,
Oh,
do you expect any less?
Oh, y'all do. Now, they might have a question.
What's up?
It's not for you.
Oh, well then, dang, okay.
It's for the Aura.
Oh, boy.
Why was he out of breath? Did he just run a marathon? What? You heard it here first.
I think he was hollering at first. I don't know. I have no idea.
What was he practicing his phone calls?
I don't. With them wrestling intros, you kind of got to.
It's Big Ben's fault anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm still blaming Big Ben. Sluts the Duck.
You always blame Big Ben.
Sluts the
Not a
Duck.
fan.
He said Denver is the only game that matters. It does, because y'all can't go one game behind KC that fast.
That's true. Now, I was going to say every game needs a loser, just as a troll, but
this game needs a tie.
I actually believe that they believe that they could go back to 2013 right now. But let's be real. Flacco ain't Peyton Manning. But if that defense could be that much better, because I heard Vic Fangio got them boys out there now.
We shall see.
And
Vic
is a legend in this defense game. So I'm interested. I'm very, very interested. I don't believe it'll work. If Flacco goes down, who do they have behind him?
Locke is injured for like the
Locke
first 6 weeks
mhm.
or something.
I think he got put on the IR.
But I think he come back week what?
I think they can choose when he comes back. I'm not sure if I'm not sure about it, but who's the next guy? Chad Kelly is in Indianapolis,
Paxton Lynch just got cut
in
from
Seattle. So
Who knows?
yikes.
PC Java.
PC.
Java Juice. Java Ranks.
Java
Trump. Quit being lazy. Pick the game, son.
Wow. Out of all things, quit being
And you care about the Sunday night game.
Oh, you care.
Because you wouldn't have said it if you didn't.
You care.
Okay, Bob C has some interesting words for you. Well, not for you, but
For us?
that you took notes of.
Well, I mean, a couple of them. Packers defense was good.
Well, time out.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Let's go to Brother-in-law Tim picks. Then we go back to Bob C because that will set us up for our Green Bay games and stuff.
Yes, go ahead.
So, Brother-in-law Tim has some questionable picks. You said, whoa, to.
The main one I
Arizona
remember
Detroit?
was the Arizona Detroit game.
Tampa Bay over San Francisco?
Well, let's start with the Arizona Detroit game. I guess it's showing my hand, but we'll get to the picks anyway. But in what world is Arizona better than Detroit? I don't see them coaches in it as any different. At least Matt Patricia got some time in the league. At least this is what's the coach's name? Cliff Kingsbury. This is his first time setting foot in the NFL. So I think Patricia has a little head of the game, and he also has a quarterback that's
not
5'9", over 5'9",
6 feet, 5'11". Giants and
Allegedly.
Dallas is what raised your eyebrow as well, but we'll get to that. Now back to Bob C and the Packers.
He said the Packers defense was good, but that is against the Bears offense. I mean, you're talking about Mitch Trubisky here, who was just like Mitch overachieved last year, in my opinion, and we expect him to do that again. But the issue is no Tariq, there's a lot of people, well, not a lot, but there's some people that are gone that were crucial to his development.
Packers 10, Bears 3, Rodgers 18 for 30, 203, 1 touchdown.
Oh, he's back reading the stats, folks. Back reading the stats.
Jones 13 carries, 39 yards. Graham 3 catches, 30 yards, 1 touchdown. Jimmy Graham.
What? Jimmy Graham.
Packers.
Oh God, I haven't heard that name in quite a while.
He had the only touchdown of the league so far.
I forgot he was with the Packers.
And they got Mercedes Lewis as a backup. He caught a ball.
That's one guy. That's one guy that should be getting more touches, in my opinion. But go ahead.
Packers had 5 sacks, 1 interception. Bears, Trubisky, my dog, 26 for 45, 228 yards, 1 interception. Now check this out. Davis had 5 carries, 19 yards for 3.8. Montgomery, that rookie from Iowa State, he was balling. 6 carries, 18 yards for 3.3 yards a carry. Your boy, Allen Robinson, 7 catches, 102 yards.
How's he my boy?
Bears defense, 5 sacks. He's your boy because you always mentioned him last year.
Last season, yes.
I know, but
and he will be decent.
But check this out. With the carries, 5 carries and 6 carries, one was carrying for 3.8, one was carrying for 3 yards. They only carried the ball. Trubisky had 3 carries for like 17. Then that was basically it. They just Dale Patterson had 1 for like a -2 or something.
Look,
but
man,
my thing is, why you give up on the run? You just get 3 yards a pop.
It's an Andy Reid trait. It is an Andy Reid trait. I really look. C-Pen for the win on Twitter. This guy had. This is his quote. This is his tweet. This guy had Mitch throwing 45 pass attempts when he had 3 running backs who could tote the rock in a close game, in a close ball game. Me, I replied and said, if that ain't an Andy Reid trait, I don't know what is. And he just said, man, it's disgusting. And it is. Nagy was kind of upset in the press conference, post game press conference. Find out how to find a way to score more than 3 points. Look, Trubisky is a guy that needs the run. He needs the run to open up the game for the passing game. You got these guys, and they're not bad running backs. You're not out here working with bad running backs like Peyton Barber or whatever. Use them to open up the run. But again,
as you see,
this is Andy Reid.
As you see, they 3.8 and 3.0. So they was getting 3 yards a carry.
They was getting it.
But
he just gave up on it.
Trubisky is not as bad as everybody's saying he is.
No, he's not. But he's not as good as some people think he is.
That's my dog.
I think that he's got skills, and he's got skills that Nagy will exploit, I guess. But the issue I have is when you give up on the run, it narrows his window of success. It narrows the window for Trubisky to be successful. He can do it. He might have to run himself, but it just narrows that window.
I agree with you with Nagy versus Andrew trait because.
Why do you like calling that man by his first name?
That's his name.
He likes to be called Andy.
He never told me that. He said the mic called me Andrew Walter Reed.
And name his full name.
But you said that.
I say it all the time. I say it all the time.
Last year and this year, this is what we're going off of, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how long Nagy been the coach.
Yep, that's all we can go off of. Really.
After every national TV game, who do I rip? Nagy.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, think about it. Yeah.
No, the Detroit game for the Thanksgiving, the other Sunday night games or whatever, because it seems like when he know he's on the national spotlight, his play calling sucks. And Trubisky only threw
with his background too, but go ahead.
But Trubisky averaged only 5 yards per pass. That's horrible.
I think if you look at his first games last season, the same start off the same way. His first couple games was very vanilla play calling, and then he had to readjust and come back. And when I say come back, he didn't do that until the second game. Another Andrew Reid and Andy Reid trait, not adjusting in games. Andy Reid is a great coach, but that is one of the things I really do not like about the guy is that he does not adjust in games. And Nagy is basically a generation down from Andy Reid.
And Nagy depends on his defense a whole lot. I think that's why
he should lean on him because that's the strongest part.
But sometimes you can lean on him too much.
Too much. I agree.
And I think that's what some of the play calling is. Well, our defense can hold them.
I wasn't able to watch the game yesterday. I tried to listen to it.
I watched it.
How was Roquan Smith?
He was good.
Mac was obviously Mac. I mean,
Roquan Smith was good. The defense had 5 sacks. They was pressuring. They was hitting.
That's not saying much. That's not saying much. I mean, Trubisky sometimes runs into pressure. But the thing about it is, one play I saw where Trubisky was actually out of the pocket. I mean, not out of the pocket. He was away from getting sacked, and he threw the ball. And what's the receiver's name? Had the push in the back.
Robinson.
I think it was Robinson.
That's the only one who was catching anything.
Yeah. But anyway.
But I think that Nagy has to come out. He need to be more aggressive, like Peterson, in my opinion. Let's go.
It's not his nature, man. You can't make him change. You just can't.
Let's go to the Packers. Andrew was getting hit. Aaron was getting hit.
I don't know what we're doing here. Mercedes Lewis is a good pass catcher. Is decent. He's not Demetrius Harris. He's not Block Hands Harris. All right. You got double tight end sets you could be using here.
With Devontae Graham. With what's his name? Van Scalen.
Valdez Scantling.
Yeah. You could. That's a 4-man little thing.
I I guess I'm not surprised at the play calling. It was what like this in Tennessee when you with the offensive coordinator. I mean, eventually you're gonna rely on Aaron Rodgers
To
to
be
knock
Aaron
off the
Rodgers.
rust and be Aaron Rodgers, but he doesn't have dynamic receivers except for one,
Devontae Graham.
Devontae.
Graham.
Is it Graham?
No, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Adams. I was like,
I was thinking about Jimmy
yeah,
Graham.
yeah.
Devontae
He's got a
Adams.
dynamic receiver. He's gonna lean on him, but you got to bring those young guys up.
Their defense looked good.
The defense looked good.
I don't know,
but again,
guys.
to me, it's because of Trubisky. But they were able to keep him contained in the pocket.
But at the same
which is
time,
good enough.
they was pressuring Trubisky
Absolutely,
all game. So preseason matters to me. I know everybody don't like to
Barely.
I'm just saying, I think starters should play a lot more in preseasons, but that's just me. I lost that game because I had picked Chicago because, in my opinion, that was a must-win game for Chicago because you can't start off 0-1 and let Green Bay and Minnesota. I ain't worried about Detroit. And
ain't nobody worried about Detroit. Ain't worried about Detroit.
And then you can't definitely start off 0-1 in a division game.
Right, in the NFC North.
Yeah, but I thought that was a must win for them because I saw Aaron Rodgers like the last two times they was in the playoffs. They was playing behind the whole season to get to the playoffs. Yeah. And I believe in Aaron Rodgers in that aspect, but I cannot believe in Nagy and Trubisky in that aspect to play from behind to try to make the playoffs.
Right.
Okay, Tennessee at Cleveland. What you think about this game, Ken?
I'm actually going to pick Cleveland. I do not pick Cleveland to win the NFC North. I don't. Well, I mean the AFC North.
I don't either,
but
I
don't see Tennessee winning this game. Who's the coach? Your boy, right?
Tennessee coach
is the former linebacker for the Chiefs and the Patriots and Houston. Houston's old coach. Come on.
Tennessee coach is none other than
you know his name. I see his face.
Mike Vrabel.
Vrabel, that's it. I don't know about this one. I don't know. I think I might punt this one. I think this is going to be my punt. We're going to do one punt a week.
What's a punt?
Punt your pick. You don't know who to pick. I'm trying to get these right. So
Baltimore and Miami. Miami got Mike Flores as coach, right?
Brian Flores.
Yeah, Brian Flores.
And Baltimore, of course, has
John Harbaugh still.
Mr. Harbaugh. So,
but
I got Baltimore because I'm expecting to see some new stuff.
Can Lamar Jackson improve?
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't know.
Has his throwing?
I don't know. I don't know if it has or not, but I trust Harbaugh in order to get it right. And Cameron, I think it's Cameron Wake.
The tight end? No, the defensive player.
Yes, cornerback that just got paid.
Oh, it wasn't Cameron Wake.
It wasn't Cameron Wake.
Because he's a defensive end.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Because he got dropped. That's what it was. He got dropped by the Dolphins this year. And I really wanted him in Kansas City, but that's neither here nor there.
That dude. I know he's talking about.
It doesn't matter. The cornerback that got paid, I don't think he'll be a huge factor in this game because I don't think Lamar Jackson. I almost said Miller. I think Lamar Jackson might do more running this game, but we'll see. We'll see.
I have Baltimore because they named Fitzpatrick the starter. Miami
yes, they did. Yep.
They should have named Josh
Freeman. No, it's not Freeman.
Josh Allen as the starter. Then benched him for Fitzpatrick. Then we would have Fitzmagic. Atlanta and Minnesota.
Miami?
What?
You're talking about Josh Rosen, not Josh Allen. You said Josh Allen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I do think
because Josh Allen is in Buffalo.
Right.
My bad. Josh Allen. Too many Joshes, too many Allens.
Too many Allens, too many Rosens, all that stuff.
Atlanta at Minnesota. Believe it or not, I
You
have,
choosing Atlanta.
unfortunately.
When you said believe it or not, I can't believe it. Um, it is what it is, though.
This season is a do or die season, in my opinion, for Atlanta, especially as the head coach, Dan Quinn.
I think this is a game of do or dies right here between Atlanta and Minnesota. I think Minnesota is in the same situation. This is the second year of Kirk Cousins' $84 million contract year. This is the year they got to get it right. And they just paid all three of the wide receivers. They're all dynamic.
It depends on how they lose.
Xavier Rose is paid. There's another cornerback or not Trey Boston, whatever. They got a squad up there. Make it happen this year, and not Pat Shermer, but Mike Zimmer. I always get them two mixed up. I said it earlier in an earlier podcast. Hot seat. I think his seat's warming up.
It depends on how they lose.
But I got Minnesota.
They have to throw up points.
Everybody says how you lose. I don't
saying.
think that matters till later on in the season because this is the first game. I mean, I think at this point, I think Zimmer's under the microscope as far as
both head coaches is.
Absolutely. I think they're needing to win no matter what, and it's starting to look good. Starting to look not so good for Shermer or Dan Quinn. Okay, there we go.
Buffalo, the real Josh Allen.
The real Josh Allen
at New York Jets. This is a whoo. But I like the Jets because they're at home.
I think I like the Jets too. Your boy is under pressure as well. Some people actually have the Buffalo Bills making the playoffs. I do not. But Andy Reid disciple. Jeez, can't remember his name. But it doesn't matter.
Oh, Buffalo coach?
Yes.
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott. Too many Mikes in the league. Sean McDermott. I
And
think
Jets is Adam Gase.
Right, Adam Gase. I think Sean McDermott's walking on eggshells here. But he's got a better team. Josh Allen's supposed to be better. I've been listening to Terez Palin. He said Josh Allen's better.
And Buffalo did cut Shady McCoy.
Yes, thank you for that.
So we will get to that. Don't they still have Frank Gore?
I don't know why you cut Shady to give Frank Gore. Both of them dinosaurs. One's older than the other.
But McCoy money probably be a little bit bigger.
That's exactly what it was, is the money.
And they said they like that rookie running back they got.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
You'll hear it Sunday.
We'll see.
Washington at Philly. I got Philly.
You know I got Philly. I think I'm picking Philly to win the NFC this year. I think I'm picking Philly to win the NFC. Only reason I wouldn't pick Philly is because it feels like it's between two teams, and people are picking two teams out of the NFC. That's the Eagles and the Cowboys, especially since they signed Zeke. So we'll get to that too. But I got Philly. Philly got a squad, man. Philly got a squad.
I got Philly. Jay Gruden for the Redskins. He is under pressure, in my opinion.
He's definitely under pressure.
Especially if he don't sign. He don't start Haskins in week 1.
He ain't starting.
I'm talking about if he start Haskins in week 1, I think he would get a little more time. But he's not.
He ain't getting Haskins in week 1. Look, he got a contract until 2021. So if he gets fired, I think he'll get a. I think I like him a lot more than Adam Gase, but I think his contract is on the trajectory of an Adam Gase.
Now, this is the only upset I'm picking. LA Rams at Carolina. I got Cam Newton and the Panthers winning. That's my upset.
Is it really an upset though? I was thinking about picking them, but I'm going ahead and picking the Rams. Their team is not going to be the same as last year, but I think Carolina's head coach is under a little pressure.
Ron Rivera, yes, he should have been fired. In my opinion.
Wow. Anyway,
Especially after that 8-game losing streak last year.
my thing is this. I think Sean McVay been waiting on this regular season. He been like, to me, if you looked at all the not all of them, but if you looked at some of the Rams preseason games, it's like he was a vacation for him. He was just relaxed. He didn't even coach. He let his assistants do the coaching, essentially. So I think he's gonna come out for this swinging for the fences.
Kansas City at Jacksonville. Okay,
Let's first get off into some news.
Shady McCoy.
Sh- let's call him. Well, we can call him Shady. LaShawn McCoy has signed with the Chiefs 1 year's $4 million.
Yes, $3 million guaranteed.
$3 million guaranteed, $4 million total. 1 year, so that extra millions incentive.
Let me ask you this.
What's up?
You're a diehard Chiefs fan.
Die hard,
And
but I'm objective.
you one of the most reasonable ones.
I'm objective. I try.
So, like the mic says,
They shouldn't have done it.
it was a cool signing, but to me, they didn't need him because they got 3 dynamic running backs.
Yeah.
But I understand insurance policies and whatever. You got to do a game plan. How did you feel about the signing?
I liked look, man. Somebody said to me, or not personally to me, but I heard anytime you can add talent, you add the talent, you figure the rest out. Andy Reid's a good enough coach to figure the rest out. Shady is really good. Now, if he's coming in here being the number one, that's the wrong move.
They already said
He's not gonna be number one. He might.
They said
He's not gonna be number one.
I'm sorry. Andrew Reid said
He's not.
Damon Williams and Shady is both starters. That's what he said.
Damian Williams is the number one right now.
I'm telling you what Andrew Reid said at his press conference the other night.
Damian Williams, you can't have 2 starters unless you're gonna put 2 of them in the backfield, which is a possibility. But what basically they did was they got rid of Carlos Hyde. Wasn't really a fan of Carlos Hyde in the first place, and they brought in Shady. They wanted a veteran presence in that running back room. They got it, and Shady's a lot better than Carlos Hyde. Also, they sent Carlos Hyde to the Texans for a 5th round pick or 6th round, maybe even 7th.
He got a tackle in return.
And what is it?
He was a swingman tackle.
He's a swingman tackle that was underperforming in Houston, and so they extracted all they can get out of him and sent him to Kansas City. So there's that.
Jacksonville, they just signed somebody the other day. Like they re-signed one of their players, like gave him extension.
Yannick Ngakoue?
Was it to extension?
I didn't hear it.
Somebody got an extension in Jacksonville.
Huh.
The other day.
Because Yannick wanted. I love his name, by the way.
The mic is picking Jacksonville. No, I'm just playing. I'm picking Kansas City. But how do you feel about Jalen Ramsey? Will he play the whole season in a Jaguars uniform?
Yes. If you have playoff aspirations, you went and got Nick Foles. You went and got the defensive kid. I think they got Josh Allen. Josh Allen from Kentucky.
Yeah, the rookie.
Yeah,
he had a monster.
Lineman.
He had a monster game against Miami in the preseason.
Look, if you got all these things, you wouldn't pay $50 million for a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You better have Jalen Ramsey doing his thing. So I don't think they can let him go. He'll be in the uniform, and then they'll franchise tag him, and then they'll send him elsewhere for draft picks or whatever.
So I'm assuming you playing Kansas City.
Of course. What kind of question is that? Yes, I'm picking Kansas City. I'm still trying to find out who got signed. Because I think Yannick was holding out.
Oh, Miles Jack.
Miles Jack, you're right. Yeah, I did see that extension. The linebacker. He's a linebacker. So congratulations to him.
Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
Before we make the pick, Jacoby Brissett got paid. Now, I like the deal for both parties. Let's see. Do you have the numbers at all?
2 years, $30 million.
There you go. Basically, the franchise tag early. So Andrew Luck retired. Jacoby Brissett steps in as
Starter.
the quote unquote heir apparent, the starter. So he
He
was
ain't
able
the
to.
hair apparent if you get a 2-year deal.
He's not the heir. Well, I mean, for the 2 years he is, but shoot,
Allegedly.
probably next year he'll be sitting on the bench because they got another guy. Who knows? But he basically got the franchise tag early without them using the franchise tag. He didn't have an agent, so he brokered his own deal. He's got 2 years. He's got now guaranteed money all the way through.
He got $28 million new guaranteed.
That's great. That's great for him. I'm glad he was able to keep all of his money without paying an agent, and both parties win. Like they say, win-win situation.
Who you got? Chargers or?
I don't have the Chargers. They don't start off great. They're like the New England Patriots when it comes to winning games in September. They might win it, they might not. They might heat up, they might not.
So who you got? You gotta do another punt?
No, you only got one punt.
I got the Chargers in that one.
Indy might be having to punt a lot.
But
Cincinnati
Indy got a nice defense though. Their defense is nice.
The defense is nice. I'm trying to think.
All them young guys they got. They played nice ball, but
Trying to think. The only person I can think of is their safety.
then you got Justin Houston in the mix over there.
No,
I know you still mad. Sour taste in your mouth.
What is a sour taste?
Cincinnati.
There's no sour taste.
We're on to Cincinnati.
There's no sour taste.
We're on to Cincinnati.
No, I'm not on to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati at Seattle.
Justin Houston is no.
But Mike got
his
Seattle.
money.
We're on to
He's
Cincinnati.
in Indianapolis. Let him have.
We're on to Cincinnati.
You're on to Cincinnati. I'm not on to Cincinnati.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Justin Houston.
The Mike got Seattle.
Is cool.
The Mike got Seattle.
I'm glad you
got
Seattle.
How about say Cincinnati? Seattle.
You always making up words anyway. Let's see.
Because I'm a wordsmith.
Yeah, Cincinnati ain't going nowhere this year.
New York Football Giants and my boy Sasquatch.
You gonna get this man's name right this year. You gonna get this man's name right. If he's your boy, you gonna have to get
my
it right.
My boy Sasquatch.
You gonna have to get it right at least one time this year. He's your boy, and he about to get run into the ground. Saquon. Stop calling that man Sasquatch.
I got Cowboys.
I do too.
I got my boy.
Although if Daniel Jones ends up being halfway decent, actually, nope. Dallas got a good defense. And they just signed a little
Eli starting, man.
Oh, snap. Eli is... But why, though? But why? Is there... Anyway.
I beat the Patriots 2 times in the Super Bowl. That's why I'm still starting.
They just... Oh, God. And this is... Nothing. Forget it.
I'm the only man beat Tom Brady.
That's true.
Well,
that's true.
Twice in the Super Bowl. Because Nick Foles beat him once.
That's true. But whatever. Dallas had the O-lineman that got paid recently. Zeke got paid. Let's see.
Everybody on the defense got paid. Where's Jerry getting all this money from, bro?
Did you just say they got like $50 million in cap space? They got a lot of money in cap space. They got to re-sign
Dak.
No,
I wouldn't resign.
They might.
I'll just take a draft pick.
They're gonna franchise tag him next year. I feel. Let's see. Oh, by the by, we just passed the Rams. Jared Goff got a new deal too. He got a 4-year, $134 million extension that includes an NFL record, $110 million guaranteed.
So that means Mahomes gonna get around about $7 million guaranteed.
It ties him to LA through the 2024 season. We'll see. If that gets signed, that money's gonna go up another 10%. I think it's gonna be.
But I
think Mahomes' deal is gonna be like around $42 million guaranteed. How long? I don't know.
What you mean $42 million guaranteed?
I mean, I say $42 million guaranteed. $42 million annually. It's gonna equal up to $42 million annually. No matter if it's a 3-year, 4-year, 5-year, 6-year. It doesn't matter. It'll probably equal up to $42 million annually. I don't know how much the guarantee will be, but every time these deals get done, Mahomes' numbers go up.
Oh, since we right still on Cincinnati, Zach
I thought you said
Taylor.
we were moving forward.
Zach Taylor, the
What
coach.
about him? What about him?
What type of game plan you think he would do with Andy Dalton and AJ Green?
Whatever game plan he can come up with, probably similar to Matt Nagy.
I thought he came from.
He
McVay.
came from the Sean McVay coaching tree, but there's not much you can do with Andy Dalton.
Okay, I just
Only person that
Marvin Lewis got the best out of him. Is that what you saying?
Who?
Marvin Lewis. He got the best out of
Marvin Lewis and Hugh Jackson. Yes.
Okay, I just was
They
asking.
got the best out of him. I don't really expect much from Cincinnati and their coach until next season. Maybe towards the end of the season they'll catch fire. We'll see.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
The next game is Detroit at Arizona.
Detroit at Arizona.
How many false starts you think Arizona will get from the quarterback standpoint? This game only.
I don't think Detroit's defense is very good.
I don't think nobody in Detroit is very good since Calvin Johnson left.
I just
Except
don't.
for Trey Flowers.
That's. Oh yeah, I forgot about Trey Flowers, and they got some offensive pieces.
And they got LeGarrette Blunt now.
I'm actually
he's okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna take Detroit.
You know, I don't. I want to take Arizona, but I can't. I just can't. I'm sorry, I cannot.
Arizona, best defense player is not even playing. He's suspended. Patrick Peterson.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, he been gone so long. Yeah, I forgot he was actually on the team.
San Francisco at Tampa Bay. Is Jameis Winston gonna have a breakout year?
He has to. There's no other option. There is no other option.
So your boy Bruce Arians fixed him.
Quote unquote fix. That's what these quotes are for. I don't know about fix, but what he's gonna do is shine him up. It's like an old bike, a rusty bike. You sand down the rust, you get a new paint job, do brakes. The bike is as good as new, but it ain't new. So, I think Jameis had some stats last year. He had some good stats last year.
He always got good stats a lot of years.
Bruce Arians, he does, but it ain't great stats, and he makes poor decisions. Bruce Arians will bring out he should bring out the best in him as far as helping him make better decisions, helping him decipher what the defense is doing in order to take the best route.
I got San Francisco because they got Breida, the real cheetah.
I don't have Tampa Bay, and they don't even have Deshaun Jackson anymore.
I forgot to ask you a question about Kansas City. How many touchdown passes is Mahomes going to throw this week?
I don't get me started on that. I'm going to put the number 3. Okay. Hopefully he goes over.
All right, Sunday night game. Pittsburgh versus the world champs, New England Patriots. I have
Pittsburgh. I have Pittsburgh.
I have New England.
I'm going to tell you why.
Because you always pick against the Patriots like 8 games.
New England don't care about this game, even though they're at home. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, this is their preseason game. This is preseason game number 1 for them. This is the dress rehearsal. September, dress rehearsal. This is their preseason. It ain't going to matter till October, so they might even punt this game.
Our team just going to punt this game.
Brady, we've talked about this before. They do it all the time. Belichick does it all the time. To where he doesn't, he intentionally lets them lose in order for them to either get a kick in the pants or for them to find out another team's game plan. I don't think he intentionally, we're going to go in here and lose. But, if they lose.
Let's do a basic game plan.
That's it.
We just going to run the ball 10 times.
That's all. Punt. We'll figure it out, and then he might even realize, seeing them later on in the season, might even use this game to figure them out in the playoffs. Could. That's the kind of craziness that Belichick's thinking.
I remember one time he literally got a safety on the punt on
I
purpose
remember that.
just to get good field position because he knew they could stop him on defense.
I thought that was just evil genius.
I was like, why would you?
It's not just
And
genius.
they made it look, and they made it look like it was on purpose. I mean, accident.
It was so. It was. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and then I realized this guy's the devil. Bill Belichick is the devil.
First Monday night game, Houston at New Orleans.
All right, some news real quick before we get. Houston trades Jadeveon Clowney to Seattle. I should have did that in the Seattle news, but whatever. They trade him for 2 players, middling players. I think they were linebackers, and
they,
maybe swap picks if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So Houston trades former number 1 overall pick Jadeveon Clowney to the Seahawks for a 3rd round pick, pass rusher Barkevious Mingo, he's all right, and defensive end outside linebacker Jacob Martin. Texas also trade 1st round picks and 2nd round picks to the Dolphins for Laramie Tunsil, the left tackle, and Kenny Stills, wide receiver.
And also they traded for Carlos Hyde because they need another running back.
Yeah, we mentioned that. You're correct. That first deal was a stupid deal. They could have traded this dude. They knew they weren't going to keep him, so they could have traded him at draft day or during the draft period and got a 1st rounder for him, similar to what Seattle did with Frank Clark, similar to what the Chiefs, or his 2nd round. For the Chiefs, it was 2nd round for D4. And the fact that they didn't do that in April is indicative of a team who doesn't have a GM. But the redemption comes when you get Laramie Tunsil and Kenny Stills from the Dolphins in a trade. I think you gave up a lot to get him, but Laramie Tunsil is a good left tackle.
If he ain't on the bong.
That's true. He's the one that had that mask on before that draft.
Why you got?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
2 years ago. And
shame on that reporter. His biggest night of career. You want to bring up his drug mask?
It's all good.
Back in high school or college.
It's all good.
But also I think that was good, Bill.
It's great.
Now you can't double Hawkins all the time.
Right,
Kenny
Stills, and he got jets. Kenny Stills got jets. But the thing about it is, I think they're trying to do what Casey's doing, put the speed on the field and protect the quarterback. Now, I don't know if it'll work, but the AFC South is wide open right now. So it's like go time for everybody. Tennessee, don't start off behind. Jacksonville, Houston, they revamped their defense. Indy's still not out of it. Brissett's still good. So it's like open season in the AFC South.
He's good, but he's not great, people, because you know how they get the words twisted up.
I agree.
You say you're good.
But
I got New Orleans.
Okay, I'm going to just keep moving. I got
back in my
New Orleans, too. All right.
The last game. Denver Broncos.
Oh, by the by, before we move on, Houston, Caserio might want to think about not taking that job next season.
For GM?
Nick Caserio of the New England Patriots might want to not take that job. Because I think your boy's tearing it up. And he don't care. If he get fired, he get fired. Somebody else will pick him up. So, anyway, sorry.
Also, New Orleans got that new defensive pass interference rule going.
Did we talk about Zeke's new deal?
No, we can go right now.
Real quick. NFL Network and Rappaport reported Wednesday that the Cowboys and Zeke Elliott have agreed to a 6-year, $90 million extension, per sources informed of the deal.
$50 million.
In all, it's $130 million over 8 years, which he ain't getting all that, with $50 million guaranteed. Rappaport added. The team later confirmed the deal. So he get $50 million off guarantees. That's great. I'm glad for him. He's a running back. He's the most dynamic now.
He's the workhorse of that team too.
Zeke, stay out of trouble, bro. Stay out of trouble.
Take the team security with you everywhere you go.
Get your own security.
Nah, I'm still
You got $50 million. If Jerry's giving you free security, take that.
A lot of teams give you free security if you ask for it.
Just take that. Like I always say, if you buying, I'm trying. If you paying, I'm staying. And if you treating, I'm eating. Anyway.
If I'm treating, you eating?
You treating?
Shady lady.
Oh no.
All right.
There's gonna be a mad lady in my household if I go to Shady Lady. So no, thank you.
All right, Slug Buck Denver Broncos versus the Oakland Raiders with all that AB news.
Oh, all that news. It's a lot of it too. AB had that issue with the helmet. He filed a grievance with the NFL. He lost that grievance. Next chapter, Antonio Brown, Mike Mayock said, we mentioned last episode, Mike Mayock said it's time to get to work now. All that other stuff, it can go. I don't want to hear about it. It's time to get to work. We got 52 other men ready. You need to get ready too. So basically, that was a line in the sand. Next thing, the next chapter, Adam Schefter tweeted this. The next chapter, Antonio Brown and GM Mike Mayock got into it Wednesday. The team is now planning to suspend its star wide receiver, league sources tell ESPN. And that is what Jabba Juice was referring to in his phone call.
Jabba.
That's what he's referring to in his phone call. You can't be going up to the GM. You can throw hands if you want to, but $36 million is now... I think they're trying to get all that money back.
Well,
which means that AB probably won.
I got
more
Oakland.
than likely will not be playing for Oakland.
I'll pick Oakland.
You got why? Okay, I mean that's up to you. I got Denver actually. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Denver's a better defense. I hear they're better. We'll see.
Mike Mayock mad because AB posted that fine.
That's what I meant to bring up.
So my thing is, so it's okay when Adam Schefter bring up the fine. AB got fined $50,000 for this and this and this. But if you show the writing of the fine, why is it a problem? It's not a problem. If that fine did not say this is confidential, don't show nobody, don't tell nobody. He didn't say none of that. He can show the fine. Why you getting mad, Mayock? And people say Mayock got an ego problem.
He been had an ego problem.
So
when he was
two egos. The boss ego always wins.
Always wins.
But still.
But still what?
Egos. My thing is, Mayock went overboard.
No.
For getting mad.
is out of pocket.
No, I'm just saying he was overboard because he got mad because AB showed the letter.
I guess you could say that.
There's no difference between you saying, hey.
Who else ever says they got suspended? Who else ever says that? Only AB.
So what?
AB been out of...
Does that make him a bad guy? Because he said, I got suspended for this?
He didn't get suspended for being a bad guy. He got suspended for being out of pocket.
Okay. He showed the letter.
And AB and Mike Mayock told you what the business was in that interview. We got 52 other guys here. 53 need to fall in line. And if AB had done stuff on the field, this whole situation would have been moved. But we don't even know if AB wanted to play game one. And we also, and by the by, Mike Mayock knows.
He might want to get cut and go to New England.
Mike Mayock, yeah, and get straightened out there.
He'll get in line
Mike
there.
Mayock saw that interview like everybody else did. He saw that, I don't need the game of football. I love the game of football, but I don't need it.
Well, he don't
Well,
need
you
it.
don't need these guarantees either. Mike Mayock saw all that stuff.
Mike Mayock is just a little yacht.
Okay.
Put the B in front of it.
Whatever. I mean, you're the GM. You can afford to be that way.
That's true. Don't make John Gruden fire him.
John Gruden's working through Mayock. What are you talking about?
Who do you think got Mayock the job?
Exactly.
John Gruden.
John Gruden literally paid Mayock so he can not be the bad guy. Because John Gruden's completely different from what he was in Tampa. Completely different from what he was in Oakland years ago.
Trying to say Chucky is a nice guy now?
He's
That's
trying to put on the facade that he is a nice guy. Like, He is if you look, did you see Hard Knocks? The most boring Hard Knocks
No.
I've ever seen in my life.
They left 2 days early.
I don't have HBO. I just looked at it in rewind. But anyway, this ain't Chucky. This ain't Chucky, man. This is not Chucky. This is Jonathan Gruden.
Oh, you can use full names, but I can't.
I'm just doing that because this is different. I don't know, because we all expected John Gruden to be the same guy, fiery personality, but to me it looks like he's using his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Puppet.
He's using his ESPN personality for everything, as opposed to being the fiery guy to get on you for missing tackles, for missing catches, all that kind of. But we'll see if it works. I don't think it will, but we'll see if it works.
So you got Denver?
Yes. Victor Fangio with that defense. Therese said that he went to the Denver camp and he saw some good things out of the defense. I'm not scared of them at all, not even the least bit. But I do want to see what they do. I'm interested because Vic reinvents himself. Vic,
he has to. He's like 200 years old.
That's true. Vic is probably the Andy Reid of defense. That's he. I mean, I might be understating it actually, but I think Vic is the Andy Reid of defense, which is why I'm looking forward to the Denver Kansas City game. I'm gonna put a lot of emphasis on that. I'm interested. I am very interested. I don't think Denver will win the. I don't think they'll win the AFC West. I just don't think the quarterback's good enough. I don't think the receivers are good enough. I don't think Noah Fant will be good enough. But they might be. Who knows? This is the first game of the season. Everybody got dreams. Everybody got hopes.
And that's our week 1 pick. But before we have to get ready to go, we have to do our week 2 Thursday night game pick.
Yep.
Because we won't do another show till next Friday when the game be already over.
Yeah.
We have Tampa Bay at Carolina. Carolina with the back-to-back home games again this year.
Which means they're going to be on the road down the stretch. Possibly. I haven't looked at their full schedule like that.
I have Carolina bar any injuries to
Which
Cam,
is a real deal.
With Cam or McCaffrey.
I'm actually picking Tampa Bay on this one.
All right. There you have it. Our week 2 Thursday night pick.
There you have it.
Excuse me. Y'all can go online, or I will post a picture of week 2 schedule. Y'all give us a call after Tuesday or whatever, and tell us your picks if you like.
And your takes on any of the games that happened in week 1.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh, make sure y'all tell us who y'all MVPs are. Week 1.
Week 1 MVPs, week 2 picks.
Week 1 takes.
You can do either of those.
You can do both.
Yes. What else? We still got the drawing to do. We'll
816 654 6883
576 192. Okay.
That's the greatest station of all time.
Okay.
Like I said, the phone line, the voicemail and text line is always open 24/7. So if you see a play in the game, you can call and fuss about it. Keep it clean, people. Keep it clean. You got 2 minutes, Drew?
I do not.
Right.
Actually, I do kind of. Anyway, I was, I get off at 1:30 a.m.
Central Standard Time?
Central Standard Time. Okay. It takes me, it's a 30-minute drive for me to drive home. 34 minutes. The other night I was supposed to go by and somewhere and get something for my wife. And basically, this place was out of the way, and I got a question. Do you have a favorite supermarket?
Price Chopper. I'm always at Price Chopper.
Do you like that place because it's down the street from you, or
it's on the way home?
See, the thing about me is I was on Highway 169 headed home. And Hy-Vee is not close to 169. It's nowhere close. there's not many Price Choppers up this way around me, so I don't go. I used to go to Price Chopper all the time, not as much anymore. So I drove all the way to Hy-Vee to get whatever my wife needed me to get. Made me wonder, do you all have a favorite supermarket? If you do, text in, call in, whatever. If you don't worry about it. But just made me wonder, do you have a favorite supermarket?
The ratchet people say Wild Woodies.
Oh.
The hood people say Price Chopper.
Do they?
And you rich bougie people say Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is high. They got the best apples though, boy. I bought a bag of apples there.
I don't know if Hy-Vee is high. You better get you that fuel saver card, brother.
I got one, but I don't live by no Hy-Vee.
That's the issue.
But then when I do go, I go right after work to the one on Inglewood. Off of Antioch. North Oak.
Oh, North Oak, yeah.
And I just make that little.
I hate that area. They've been under construction for the last decade.
I think they doing North Oak again.
They've been under construction for the last decade. It's the worst.
So I just basically make a big old circle.
Mm-hmm.
Cause somebody gets some gift cards at the boat, not the mic, and they give it to me. Then I have to go grocery shopping. Then
all right. Anyway, you got 2 minutes. Just be kind to people.
Yeah, you already know. Just be kind. That's my motto. Be kind to people. Until next time, be safe, be easy, and remember, fat meat is greasy.
Deuce.
Took you long enough.
I almost forgot.
Welcome to the Mike and You podcast. This is your boy, the Mike A16 on Twitter. Hit me up. I'm with my